सबको अपना ऑनलाइन बिजनेस बनाना है, पर कैसे और कहां से शुरू करें। आज हम मिलेंगे जियामुल से, जिनका ब्रांड नीलूस कलेक्शन वर्किंग वुमेन और होम मेकर्स को एम्पावर करता है। जियामुल शेयर करेंगे अपनी जर्नी, जो उन्होंने 20,000 रुपए के इन्वेस्टमेंट से शुरू करी और 50 लाख रुपए महीने के लिए उन्हें क्या चैलेंजेस और क्या डिफिकल्टीज फेस करनी। मैं हूं वैभव और हम डेटा से ऑनलाइन बिजनेसेस को ग्रो करने में हेल्प करते हैं। लेट्स स्टार्ट लर्निंग नाउ।
Thank you so much for such a great and generous introduction. First of all, thank you so much for hosting me for this event. मेरा हिंदी उतना ही अच्छा है आपका जितना बंगाली है,
हाँ।
तो इसीलिए I mix it Hindi and English together.
मेरी 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 बंगाली बहुत अच्छी है। but anyways, jokes apart, जयमुल, शुरू करते हैं पॉडकास्ट को। आप क्विकली अपने बारे में बताइए, अपने बैकग्राउंड के बारे में, कहाँ पले बड़े, आपने कहाँ से शुरुआत करी।
So first I would say that thank you for hosting me, and it should have been Nilima instead of me for this event, because who has played a backbone for this role since we have started our journey. But again, I would say that I started my digital marketing journey back in 2011, and this is when I started with Net Elixir, which is a digital marketing agency based out of USA. So then udhar se I worked with different brands from across verticals, starting from Fortune 500, starting from electronics to gifting to travel to apparels to beauty cosmetics. So different verticals, public safety apparels, all the different sectors. So this is when that the journey has started on the digital marketing. When I started my journey, it was almost infant stage in India. So I used to work for the US brands. So that time Google search was the biggest one, but along with Google search, there were a couple of comparison shopping engine that used to call Shopzilla, Nextag, Price Grabber. These are all. So Amazon was not even popular on that time. So it was hardly people used to shop Amazon. So that sort of things. And also then today's state that Google shopping, which has become so popular, it was also not even exist. So by then they were starting, that name was Google Base. And that journey was, initial phase when we have started. So it used to be too much manual work. So those who, used to know that, or you good at analytics, analyze the data better, they can go back and take the right actions. So it was all manual, taking all do the bid adjustments and all. It used to take a lot of time back then. But over the time, we saw that, it started keep evolving.
Tell us, while you were working on marketing across spectrums, across brands, first in an agency, then you're working for a brand, for a house of brands, 10 Club. And from there, what gap did you see that you wanted to start your own brand, and which is called Nilu's Collection? And Nilu's Collection is a name after his wife, Nilima ji, who could not join us today in the podcast, but maybe someday we'll speak with her also. So, नीलूस कलेक्शन की शुरुआत आपने कैसे करी? आपने क्या सोचा, क्या देखा, यही कैटेगरी क्यों? इसके बारे में थोड़ा सा, जो ओरिजिन्स है नीलूस कलेक्शन के, उनके बारे में थोड़ा सा बताइए।
Sure. So first of all, Nilu's collection, it was a second child for us. So that Nilu's collection born with my first child. So Nilima had to quit a job to to take care of my first baby, and then she was working in a corporate, and then completed her education. She did MBA, and then post that she was working as an HR profession, and then she for two of us, one of us, as we are staying in Hyderabad, the entire family is in West Bengal. So one of us had to quit the job to take care of the baby. She came forward and took the step. And then second part was, she realized that, like me, there are also a lot of mothers had to quit their job, to serve their kid. So I want to start something where I can manage it from home. I can have a balanced life. At the same time, I can empower a lot of housewives who are, at the same time, like me, had to quit the job. And at the same time, they can contribute some part of their money to their family. And also, they should have a balanced life that, while kids are coming, they should be at home. Or, once kids are going to school, they should be, they can come for the work. And it need not to be a complete, 10 to 7 job, or, it's a 11 to 8 job, something like that. So this is how that journey began. Then, I realized that online is one of the place where she can play from the home. So that journey started from the living room. And then Nilima realized that, when I used to go to work, so one of the challenges was to find a affordable jewelry every day, which can meet my, attire, or which can, support whatever the attires I'm wearing. So I don't have to wear same sort of earrings, same sort of necklace everyday basis. And she realized that whatever the products are available at the roadside, if you wear once or twice, generally, that products becomes black or something like that. So, and at the same time, it had online presence. So that was the time when we started back in 2018. So not so many players were present at that time. So this is when she thought that, this is an area where in today's state, uh, day by day, our women workforce are increasing, and they need that, daily sort of stuff, because they wear, 5 days different sort of dresses, and they want to wear a different sort of, jewelry with their attire. So this is when that, golds also, on the other hand, golds are becoming costlier and costlier. So it was becoming a challenge for the buyer to purchase a affordable and quality jewelry. So this is when that we thought this is one of the area which can, we can start from our living room. It will not occupy a lot of place.
Yeah.
At the same time, it will fulfill the purpose of the customer, and also it's fulfilling that, that quality and service whatever she was thinking. So this
No,
is how, Nilu's collection has been started.
tremendous story from the origins of where it came about and where it has come to now, because uh, I like to tell everybody that Nilu's collection right now is clocking 50 lakhs plus of GMV monthly across channels, and it is going strength from strength. The last year and 1 year or so only, it has grown from 20 lakhs to 50 lakhs, and so much so that Giamul also quit his full-time job and has taken a complete full-time CEO role at Nilu's collection now to see it towards the next stage of scaling to that 1 crore, 5 crore, 10 crore monthly mark also. So ये बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग और बहुत ही इंस्पायरिंग जर्नी रही कि आपने कैसे नीलिमा जी ने अपने मैटरनिटी लीव के दौरान बाद में बच्ची को रेस करने के लिए लिविंग रूम से स्टार्ट किया। एक प्रॉब्लम जो उन्होंने खुद फेस करी थी, उसको उन्होंने सोचा कि चलिए ये कैसे इसको सॉल्व कर सकते हैं। तो वो आइडिया बहुत ही नोवेल था, और उसको एग्जीक्यूट कर पाना और उसको यहाँ तक लेके आना था, उसके लिए कूडोस टू यू, कांग्रेचुलेशंस टू बोथ ऑफ यू एंड द एंटायर टीम। बट आप ये बताइए कि जब आपने शुरुआत किया होगा, ऐसा तो है नहीं कि आप किसी बिजनेस फैमिली से हैं या आपके कोई ऑलरेडी कनेक्शंस थे। आपने ज्वेलरी कैटेगरी को आइडेंटिफाई किया, लेकिन फिर आपने सप्लाई चेन की कौन सा प्रोडक्ट होना चाहिए, क्या क्वालिटी होनी चाहिए, कहाँ सप्लायर होना, उसका जो प्राइस पॉइंट है, आपने ये सब चीज़ें कैसे डिटरमिन करी? अगर आप ये बता पाएँ कि ताकि अगर कोई सुन रहा है और वो भी कोई ब्रांड शुरू करना चाह रहा है या करा है, ये सारा सबसे बड़े ऑब्स्टेकल्स होते हैं कि पहले तो कैटेगरी कौन-सी है, चलिए वो तो एक पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस था। बट उसके बाद मैं सोर्सिंग कहाँ से करूँ? क्या प्राइस पॉइंट होना चाहिए कि, और मैं अगर मैं 100 का सोर्स कर रहा हूँ, तो बेचना कितने में है? तो ये सारा डिसीजंस आपने कैसे लिए थे अपनी जर्नी?
So I think, it's a, to be honest, it's a question of couple of questions together. It's, let me, answer it one by one. So, first, how was that beginning, or, how was our journey at the beginning? To be honest, it was not that easy, because कोई सराउंडिंग्स में कोई था नहीं कि जो अपने को गाइड करे। बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल एकदम से, क्योंकि मैंने डिजिटल मार्केटिंग बैकग्राउंड था, बट कोई बिज़नेस का स्टार्टिंग से स्टार्ट नहीं किया। तो डिजिटल मार्केटिंग जो एडवर्टाइज़मेंट एंड ऑल, इट यूज्ड टू कम एट द लेटर स्टेज ऑफ द बिज़नेस, बट नॉट द फर्स्ट स्टेज ऑफ द बिज़नेस। तो मुझे वो फर्स्ट स्टेज का चीज़ें, बट क्या हुआ, एंड देन देयर आर अदर चैलेंजेस एज़ एन अलोंग विथ दिस। सोशल एक बहुत बड़ा चैलेंजेस होता है इंडिया में, क्योंकि जैसे हम लोग मिडिल क्लास बैकग्राउंड से आते हैं, तो एकदम से सब लोग ना सोचते हैं कि यार, नौकरी एक ऑप्शन है और कोई ऑप्शन नहीं है। तो और कोई ऐसे सडनली बिजनेस शुरू करने जाता है, तो बैकएंड में इतना मजाक शुरू हो जाता है। इट्स अ लोनली जर्नी, टू बी ऑनेस्ट, एंड एवरी डे मॉर्निंग यू नीड टू वेक अप एंड यू नीड टू सेल्फ मोटिवेट योरसेल्फ, बिकॉज at the beginning of your journey hardly you will find anyone to motivate you. Later, but once you become successful, or once your brand grows, you will find a lot of cheerleader for you. But at the beginning, this was all, it was at the beginning journey. So to be honest, it was not as smooth as we are thinking to, think about, start your own something. So that was itself is a big step. But then second stage, it was that sourcing and all. So immediately that was the time, again, if you see in India, so there are lot of beautiful manufacturers available across India. So be it in Gujarat, be it in Rajasthan, be it in West Bengal, or in Delhi, so or in South also some of the parts. So there are a lot of beautiful manufacturers who are really creating a good quality products. And one thing is that, so beginning of our journey, so we saw that don't only consider the cheap products, because customers are ready to pay if you really provide them the value for money. So try to serve them with a good quality product, and also at the same time it should apply to your supplier as well. So because you cannot ask them to keep serving your low quality products, because they also have to compromise on something. So certain things you need to make a balance, that you need to think for your supplier, at the same time you need to think for your customer. So you are consider yourself as a middleman who is building a bridge between both the parties. And if you can build that bridge in a quality manner, any brand will be successful in this way. So these are the manufacturer presence in India. So we thought if he wants to manufacture something, it's a huge monetary game. So we cannot start our own manufacturing at the beginning of our journey. Instead of be it your own something, there are people who are already building something. So why not to help them to grow as well at the same time? And this is how we started reaching out to all the different suppliers, check their quality, and then started sourcing a right quality of product or right kind of products, and started sourcing it. So this is how that product selection. So we thought that first it would be earrings, what every women prefer almost in today's state. If you see that, if they are wearing, I'm just might be I'm right in this case. So at least I could see that any women in today's state, they should have at least 50 to 60 or might be 100 plus varieties of earrings at their home. So that means these sort of things they need on a daily basis. And at the same time, we need to also play that freshness on a daily basis to maintain their wardrobe. So that was the products we thought at the beginning of our journey, that yes, earring should be that first thing which will be launching. And coming to that last question regarding that unit economics, I think it's an important factor. Whoever is starting their business first, so a bit of mathematics is important. And some of them will say that I'm a marketer, I know marketing. Some of them will say that I am from teacher background. Some of them will say that I am from a so and so background. But at the same time, I feel that any entrepreneur or every entrepreneur in this world, they should have knowledge on finance. So unless you have a right knowledge on finance, as in you need not to have a knowledge to how to prepare the balance sheet and all of this. But for me, you need to understand that plus minus in a right way. So if you are planning to sell any product, first understand all the variables, that your product cost, your packaging cost, your marketplace, or if you are starting with marketplace, so marketplace, all the costs like supply chain, and then tax, and then commission, and then consider your that some of that return also, that a lot of customers will be returning, because you cannot expect that 100% will be satisfied. And also that consider your damage cost, because there would be products what will be damaged over time. So that also need to be maintained. And most important factor, so I see a lot of marketers, they make a mistake, they don't give a marketing budget for their brands to grow. So unless and until you are keeping a right marketing budget, you cannot scale your brand. So make sure considering all the variables, and then do the price point. And one more important factor I see in today's state, that a lot of marketers making they're making this mistake, that uh, not keeping the price parity across all channels. So you might be present across 10 different channels, so try to maintain that price parity across all channels. Because if you don't keep that price parity across all channels, you are just confusing your own customer, you are just creating that low trust factor for your brand to your customer, that this brand, how can we trust that one place they are selling at 300, one place they are keeping at 349, one place they are keeping at 400. So you need to make sure each channel wise that cost factor, and accordingly you need to do the pricing and sell it across all place.
Great points, Jamul. And just to that last point, I'll just share that I also was of that same opinion, that there has to be a consistency in price, and there is a brand message that you are sending to all of your customers out there. And they, if it is a very, it's not a great sign if the same product is priced differently on two different channels. But I have also come to realize that there are certain brands who take this to the advantage and price it differently, because India में भी क्या हो गया ना कि all the marketplaces are behaving like different countries and different economies altogether. The a way and it may be different from category to category or brand to brand also, but there are certain cases where even the different pricing is working to that advantage, and it's not creating that, it is not backfiring that much कि आपका प्राइस डिफरेंट है. ना ही पहले तो क्या होता था, अकाउंट मैनेजर भी आके आपको बोलेगा कि प्राइस मैच लगाओ, कि आपका फ्लिपकार्ट पे कम पे बिक रहा है, अमेजोन वाला बोलेगा कि मेरा भी कम पे करो या आप फ्लिपकार्ट का ऊपर उठाओ. तो ये सारी चीज़ें बहुत ज़्यादा हो रही थी, या तो फिर आप उस स्केल पे नहीं पहुंचे कोई ब्रांड जिनकी मैं बात कर रहा हूँ कि उनको नज़र में आए. लेकिन your different pricing strategy may also work or may not work, but that's another point that I just thought that I'll share for the viewers कि it is, everything has its pros and cons. So हर
True.
एक चीज़ का है, लेकिन ideally what you are saying is the right thing, that अगर सेम ही प्रोडक्ट है और आपका सेम ही कस्टमर बेस है और वो कहीं से भी खरीद सकते हैं, तो आपका प्राइस भी सेम होना चाहिए. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए ना कि लीवाइस के एक स्टोर में अलग प्राइस है, दूसरे स्टोर में दूसरा प्राइस है. तो वो तो एक फैक्टर हमेशा काम करता ही है. और मैं आपसे ये समझना चाह रहा था कि आपने कैटेगरी डिसाइड कर ली ज्वेलरी, फिर आपने इयरिंग भी डिसाइड कि हम लोग इयरिंग से स्टार्ट करेंगे. उसके बाद में आपने सप्लायर्स भी ढूंढ लिए कि आपने मे बी इंडिया मार्ट के थ्रू या कहीं और ऑनलाइन सर्च करके लोग कोल्ड कॉल प्रोडक्ट टेस्ट करे होंगे, फिर आपने कुछ आइडेंटिफाई करके टेस्ट करके शुरू किया. इन सब के लिए जो टाइम एंड एफर्ट लगा वो तो लगा ही, इसमें आपके पैसे भी लगे होंगे, क्योंकि इनिशियली कोई भी सप्लायर किसी को भी बिना एडवांस या बिना पैसे लिए, और आपने जब अपना नया ब्रांड बना रहे हैं तो ब्रांड की आइडेंटिटी, लॉगिंग कराना, फोटोज खिंचवाना, वो सारा तो वो खर्चा हुआ. वो अगर आप बताना चाहें कि आपने कितने कैपिटल से स्टार्ट किया था, वो कैपिटल आपने कहीं से लिया, और वो कितना अमाउंट था, और उसके बाद में आपके क्या चैलेंजेस रहे सबसे बड़े जो आपने ओवरकम किए शुरुआती दिनों में, माल आके बेचना शुरू करें, और पहले 100 ऑर्डर कैसे आए आपके, उनमें क्या चैलेंजेस रहे, उन आप थोड़ा बहुत बता पाए.
Sure. So again, couple of questions. So let me answer it one by one. So first thing is how we have funded that company. So it was me who was, supporting the company. So I was working in corporate and I was supporting to serve Nilima's trade. And and I felt she has a right purpose, and at any cost, let us sacrifice together and we'll build this company and we'll fulfill our dream. So when she thought, and then I started, chasing her, fulfilling her dream. So I thought that, let us keep all of our things in a secondary manner, like, in today's state. So what I have realized, most of whomever I see, that they want everything at the beginning. So like everyone wants that, big cars, everyone wants, big flats. So a lot of things. And then everyone wants iPhone and all of this. So this is when we thought that, let us focus on, building this purpose. So this is when I, started working hard and hard. So I started working in two shifts. One was for the corporate to, serve their client, and one, to fulfill Nilima's dream. So this is the two things which I have started, and uh, again to begin our journey. So we first started with 20,000, to be honest. So we just ordered 20,000 products. We did not even register our GST by then. So we just got to know that GST needs to be registered to sell the product. So then first we ordered the products, and then we figured out that what's the GST process, and then we applied. We didn't even know, okay, a GST will be approved or not. So this is how then, we started. And again, then after that, uh, 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 we uh, thought, what should be the brand name? So then Nilu's collection, but without started thinking Nilu's collection, so we went ahead with this, the Nilu's collection. And and then on Nilima started, listing the products. It was a great moment. So she started, balancing her life, because kid was only 8 months old that time. So then she started, creating the listing. And I think after creating the listing, so I post 3 to 4 days, we got our first order. Believe me that, so we didn't know that what we have to do with this. So we got the order, but since we had no one to tell us that what are the things to be, we had what are the things we need to keep in place. So we didn't know कैसे पैकेजिंग, कैसे प्रोडक्ट लेवल, सब कोई भी बिल्कुल आइडिया नहीं। तो देन एंड इट वाज अ फर्स्ट ऑर्डर फ्रॉम अमेज़न, एंड देन अमेज़न का बंदा आ गए पिकअप करने, तो उनको अपन एक ना पॉलीथीन में डाल के बोला ये है अपना प्रोडक्ट, ये लेके चले जाओ। बोलते ये क्या है? तो बोलते हैं यही तो हम लोगों को पता है, ऐसे ही देते हैं। तो कोई बताया नहीं। तो बोलते हैं नहीं, आपको ये अमेज़न का पूरा ब्रांडेड पैकेजिंग ऑर्डर करना होगा एंड देन इसको डालना होगा। तो इतना इतना गिल्टी फील होने लगा, तो नीलिमा इमीडिएटली एक पेपर और पेन जुगाड़ किए और हाथ में एक पूरा अपोलॉजी लेटर लिखे कस्टमर को कि मैंने ये मेरा फर्स्ट ऑर्डर था, आई डिडंट नो कि कैसे पैकिंग होता है, तो मैं ऐसे दे रहा हूँ, बट प्लीज़ प्लीज़ डोंट फील बैड, क्योंकि मुझे पता नहीं था, और ऐसे करके अपोलॉजी लेटर लिखा था। एंड बिलीव मी, वो कस्टमर ने 5 स्टार दिए थे उस प्रोडक्ट के लिए। So that was that journey which has started. But again, then later again taking the brand name, trademark, and all of these was another challenge, because we later realized that it's a quite generic sort of name. There are people who are available with Nilu's Fashion or something, and then we had to wait for a lot of lot of time. We had to spend a lot of money to get our trademark. But I think in today's state, if anyone is planning to start their brand, so I would recommend that first check to India's IP website, is this name is available or not, if anyone is owning it or not, and before start selling or choosing any brand name, first research it that this
Correct.
brand is already available or not, and then go ahead with your brand name. So
Correct.
I think these two part, and I missed that. Any other question in this? That
दैट्स
the
ओके।
first.
हाँ जी, मैं पूछता हूँ आपसे, बट अभी जैसे ये बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है, आपने ये पॉइंट बोला ना, और आपने कर कर के ही खुद से सीखा है और उसमें टाइम लगता है, एक जर्नी रहती है। कोई भी अब नए ब्रांड आते हैं, उनके लिए भी आज की डेट में भी बहुत ज़्यादा एवेन्यूज अवेलेबल नहीं है। ऑब्वियसली यूट्यूब पे वीडियोस हैं, अमेजोन पे एक सेलर गाइडेंस है, डायरेक्टरी है कि आप खुद समझ सकते हैं, लेकिन वो एक खुद आप एफर्ट लगाकर आपको पढ़ना पड़ेगा, सब हर कोई उस जर्नी से, तो आज भी वो गैप है जहाँ पर एक्चुअली में करना पहले शुरू से लेकर। और ये एक ट्रेडमार्क को ये हो गया कि बिना ट्रेडमार्क के भी आपको अमेजोन बेचने ही नहीं देगा, तो वो एक डिफरेंस है। लेकिन आप ट्रेडमार्क किससे बनवाओ, कितने पैसे लगते हैं? अगर आपके पास में उद्यम का सर्टिफिकेट हो तो 10,500 लगेंगे, वरना ज्यादा अगर आपने एमएसएमई में रजिस्टर कराया है नहीं कराया है, ये सारे जो रिसोर्सेज है ना, ये कहीं पर भी एज सच उतना ज़्यादा अवेलेबल नहीं है, तो लोगों को अभी भी तकलीफ होती होगी। और हमारा भी ये पॉडकास्ट करने का और बाकी चीज़ों का यही एफर्ट है कि किसी तरीके से उनको कैसे हम लोग स्ट्रीमलाइन कर सकें। तो आपसे जो सेकंड क्वेश्चन था वो था, और आपने बताया कि आपने 20,000 रुपये से शुरुआत करी थी, तो 20,000 रुपये से शुरुआत करके आज 50 लाख रुपए के ऊपर का माल बेचना, और जो जो सबसे बड़ी बात है, जो कि ज़्यादा ब्रांड्स अचीव नहीं कर पाती हैं, कि सुपर नॉर्मल ग्रोथ के साथ में सुपर हाई प्रॉफिट्स भी। सो आप कंसिस्टेंटली 20% CM2 आफ्टर ऑल योर कॉग्स, आफ्टर ऑल द रिटर्न्स, उसके बाद में सारे मार्केट प्लेस फीस, सारे एडवर्टीजमेंट स्पेंड हटाने के बाद में भी आप इतना अच्छा प्रॉफिट बना पाते हैं एट अ लो प्राइस पॉइंट ऑल्सो, क्योंकि आपका प्राइस पॉइंट भी ज़्यादा नहीं है। अगर आप 1,000-2,000 रुपए के ASP पे बेच रहे हो तभी भी वो इतने हैरानी की बात नहीं होती, लेकिन एट अ लो प्राइस पॉइंट टू अचीव दोज नंबर्स ट्रूली स्ट्राइगरिंग, एंड दैट इज वाई इट्स अ कम्प्लीटली यूनिक स्टोरी जो आपने नीलूज कलेक्शन में किया। और अगर यही स्केल आप आगे भी मेंटेन कर पाए तो इट विल बिकम वन ऑफ द मोस्ट प्रॉफिटेबल बिग ब्रांड्स आल्सो इन अ वे, राइट? सो आपसे जो क्वेश्चन था नेक्स्ट वो यही था कि पहला ऑर्डर आपने बता ही दिया कि कैसे आया था और आपने कैसे उसको एग्जीक्यूट किया, तो जो पहले शुरुआती दौर में और आपने अमेजोन से शुरू करा, आपने वो भी बता दिया, तो उन्हीं शुरुआती दिनों में कोई और चैलेंजेस आए थे, या फिर अमेजोन का FBA यूज करके आपके लॉजिस्टिक्स सॉर्ट आउट हो गए थे, फिर आपने पैकेजिंग लेबलिंग वो सब भी सीख लिया, कुछ रिटर्न्स भी आए होंगे, उनको भी मैनेज करना आपने, ये तो अब तो धीरे धीरे आपने सीख ही लिया होगा, बट इसके अलावा कोई ऐसा बड़ा चैलेंज आया जो कि डिसरप्ट कर सकता था बिजनेस को, या मतलब बिल्कुल ही हॉल्ट करने वाला कोई ऐसा कोई चैलेंज आया हो जो आप बताना चाहें?
So uh, there are a couple of challenges at the beginning, and these are all actually pretty big. First one was, within 6 months of of our business, our Amazon account was suspended, and it was suspended for almost 1.5 years. And that was a sign. Might be, in today's rate, Nilu Collection would have been one fair brand. So But that was the time we, instead of giving up, because Amazon was our main channel. And then so this is why I'm saying this again. I want, every entrepreneur, whoever is dreaming, so they should not give up. Giving up should be the last option. So try out all the alternatives. So immediately, we thought, okay, Amazon is not working now. So let us, try how we can reactivate this. But then we started focusing on Flipkart. Then, and that was time any other channel started coming, Mixo started coming, Snapdeal was there. So then we thought that, okay, let us focus on other channels, and let's see, if we can increase the sales. And believe me, that within a month, we started getting that number of orders we are receiving from Amazon. It was started coming from all the channels together. So that was the first channel, first challenge that, Amazon, in today's date, Amazon is the biggest marketplace in India, and it was suspended at the beginning of your journey. Anyone can be, demoralized at that time. But the second was even bigger. It was Corona. So we are into fashion jewelry, fashion brand, and suddenly everyone is sitting at home. So no one need that fashion sort of things. And immediately, government also announced that only essential products will be delivered, or essential products will be served to the customer. So immediately, that was a time where me and Nilima was, discussing at home what we can do, because suddenly, you are receiving 50 orders per day or 40 orders per day too. Suddenly, it's almost 0 orders per day, or might be 1 or 2 or 3 at the max, because people are not even going out. So why they need that fashion jewelry? Second was that uh, uh, government also announced that it's a essential products, and people are actually, everyone was purchasing whatever to survive. So it was mask and all of this. So then we took a step back and then decided, instead of sitting at home, let us think how what we can sell now. So if customers need now, or people, everyone needs now, everyone's need, जितना भी essential products है,
जी।
तो देन एक बार बैंक अकाउंट दोनों का पूरा करेंट अकाउंट प्लस मेरा अकाउंट सब ढूंढे कि कितना पैसा है कैश में। तो देखा अराउंड 1,40,50,000 है। तो मैंने बोला कि चलो एक काम कर, उस टाइम पे ऑलरेडी लोगों ने मास्क खरीद, देन सैनिटाइजर ऑलरेडी मार्केट में। आप तो पता चला अब लोगों को बाहर निकलना ही है, क्योंकि काम तो करना ही है, लोगों को सर्वाइव तो करना ही। तो बाहर निकलने के लिए आप क्या चीज़ चाहिए, लोगों को ग्लोव्स चाहिए, बिकॉज सारी जगह पे चीज़ों में हाथ हाथ लगाने। एंड घर में आके वो ग्लोव्स को फेंकना पड़ेगा, या तो उसको रियूजेबल टाइप का होना चाहिए। तो देन इमीडिएटली ढूंढने के हैदराबाद में नियर बाई कहाँ से ग्लोव सप्लायर है, एंड देन एक जगह पे मिला, पता चला कि एक बड़ा हॉस्पिटल है, उसके पीछे काफी सारा कार्टन पड़े थे। तो देन फोन लगाया, बोला अवेलेबल है। मैंने 1.5 लाख कैश लेके उनके पास पहुंच गए, कार लेके, और पूरा ग्लोव से, मुझे पता भी नहीं ये सेल होगा कि नहीं होगा। तो देन बिलीव मी कि और पूरा ग्लोव सेल हो गया था। दैट वाज द टाइम अगेन, ग्लोव सेल। आप पता कि आप लोग ना ट्रैवल करेंगे तो जहाँ पे भी बैठेंगे थोड़ा स्प्रे कर, क्योंकि वो डिसइंफेक्टेड करना चाहिए। या तो लोगों ने जहाँ पे भी हाथ रखेंगे, या तो फ्लाइट में ट्रैवल, तो पीपल नीड डिसइंफेक्टेंट टिश्यू एज वेल, क्योंकि सब जगह साफ करके लोग ट्रैवल करेंगे। तो देन डिसइंफेक्टेड स्प्रे, डिसइंफेक्टेड वाइप्स, ये सारे चीजें लॉन्च किए। एंड वो जो टाइम था कि घर में बैठने से पूरा एकदम से पूरा ब्रांड सेल स्टॉप हो गए। उससे अच्छा कि कुछ तो करे, एंड देन वी डिड इट एंड वी सोल्ड आल्सो एवरीथिंग। वी अगेन वी स्टॉप्ड all of this post that, but that was the time to keep the momentum, because suddenly you will feel demoralized, you will feel demotivated, that suddenly something is not even working. But instead of sitting idle, so I would ask everyone to keep try harder and harder, and always think what next can be done, instead of sitting idle. So yeah, that was one of the big challenge.
सो आप बता रहे थे कि कोरोना में 0 ऑर्डर्स हो गए थे और पहले 40-50 आ रहे थे। आप बताना चाहेंगे कि आज की डेट में अक्रॉस मार्केट प्लेसेस दिन में आप कितने ऑर्डर्स प्रोसेस करते हो?
हम लोग नियरली 600 to 700 के इन बिटवीन ऑर्डर्स पर डे प्रोसेस करते हैं अक्रॉस ऑल चैनल्स टुगेदर।
और आपकी कितनी बड़ी टीम है?
अभी टोटल 12 मेंबर्स का टीम है। और जो मैं बोला था इनिशियली, जो अपना मेन मोटो था कि to serve, to help that, all the housewives who are, sitting at home to, serve their kid. So out of these 12 members, only 2 members, me and one more person, except 2 people, 10 members are housewives. who is helping this brand to grow. So I feel that Nilu's collection journey, it's not only we, but all the mothers' wishes also helping this brand to grow. So that's the reason it's continuously flourishing. And that point you were saying, okay, जो CM2 and all, and also that profitable growth. I think all the blessings are coming together at the same time. People are also loving our product, and if you see as a marketplace and all, it has to be authentic, because when you have a ratings over 1,000 plus, 1,500 plus, 2,000 plus. So we have a ratings on Amazon. It's over 4.2 on an average, and even Flipkart is nearly 4.3 on an average for all of our products. This is a that we maintain that consistency, quality, and at the same time, I think all the blessings are coming and helping us to grow further.
No, blessings are very important, but only blessings don't work.
Yeah.
Right execution, process, right sourcing, right design, right
Yeah.
pricing, right listing, and
Yeah.
then the right ops process also of delivery and return and customer service, right marketing campaign at the right price point, जो आपका secret sauce भी, वो सारी चीजें होने के बाद ही एक अच्छा ब्रांड बन पाता है. वरना
Absolutely.
ब्लेसिंग तो हम सभी के पास में सबकी ही रहती है, बट ब्लेसिंग्स बहुत जरूरी है, लेकिन आपने बाकी सारी चीजें भी उनको जो राइट प्रोसेस आए तो उसका रिजल्ट भी अपने आप से अब अच्छा आ ही रहा है और वो आपको
True.
हेल्प कर रहा है.
True.
सो एक लास्ट क्वेश्चन बिफोर वी रैप इट अप कि अगेन देयर माइट बी कपल ऑफ क्वेश्चंस इन दैट वन क्वेश्चन. एक मिस्टेक जो आपको लगता है आपने करी थी, बड़ी मिस्टेक जो आप रिपीट नहीं करना चाहेंगे, या फिर किसी और को बताना चाहेंगे कि ये ऐसी मिस्टेक भी आ सकती है, आप ना करिए आपकी अभी तक की 0 to 1 की जर्नी में. और एक जनरल एडवाइस सिमिलर या तो सेम हो या कुछ और भी अगर आप देना चाहें बडिंग सेलर्स को, न्यू सेलर्स को, जो ये भी सुन रहे हो कि वो क्या कर सकते हैं आपके एक्सपीरियंस से.
So again, two things I would say. First one, that that mistakes I want everyone to avoid. So first is keep focus towards what you're doing. So focus in the sense. So there are once you start, you might feel that this product also I can sell, this product also I can sell. You might bring 10 different categories. So instead of focusing on 10 different categories, focus on one category, and then you can make it big. So this is the first advice. And second would be, if you are starting your journey alone, it's a good, but always try to find a supporting person as well, so that you can complement each other. Because me and Nilima, both of our strength is completely different. She is great at operational aspects and branding aspects. I am good at selling the products. So we complement each other. So find a person where you can at least show your frustration, at the same time who can help you with your work, because one person cannot be you cannot be jack of all trades as in king of all things. So instead of becoming a jack of all trades, let's try to become something, king of something. So this is that area. And always you try to get that right co-founder if you're also getting one co-founder. So these are the things I think I tried to be as much honest as possible with my answers.
Amazon or Flipkart or Shopify or any other channel, if you had to pick just one, which one will you pick?
So it's a tough question, to be honest, because Flipkart helped us to grow faster at the beginning, because Amazon was suspended. But now at this point, Amazon is our biggest channel. But on the other aspects, our website who gives all the customer database,
Right.
and where we get to know our customer, get to know their pain points, get to know actual lot of customers feedback. We can hear a lot from them, and where we can actually literally serve them better from us, because marketplace have certain things where you cannot do anything, but here we can literally interact with our own brand much better way. So every channel has a different sort of aspects, but since at this point revenue wise Amazon is our biggest contribution, but if I have to consider down the line 1 year what channel you want to focus a lot, it has to be our own website.
And Meta ads or Google ads or marketplace performance marketing, which one do you like the most?
So again, these are all actually Meta ads and Google ads also part of performance marketing. But that marketplace and Meta and Google, all of this together. So again, it's a different sort of question. So what I was telling at the beginning, so every channel has a different sort of customer persona, and as in different sort of customer purchase journey. So Meta is always a push market, and Google now in today's state it's considering that top to bottom of the funnel. But still, I would consider it's a still intent based searches where it plays at bottom of the funnel or mid funnel. Amazon is purely at the bottom of the funnel. So these are all pull marketing that Amazon and Google, where people know what they wants to purchase. But Meta is a push marketing. So push marketing always are fun because that if you can convert someone when they're not ready to purchase, and that itself give you a more satisfaction. That means you are literally understood your customer and you literally made them purchase, because who wants to purchase, it's very easy to convert them. But
Right.
you know if someone is not even ready, and making them purchase is a big thing. So for me now, considering all this, I would consider Meta is my favorite channel now.
Nice. Awesome. Not many people can say that, but great. Thank you so much, Jiamul, for this episode and your time.